Mrs. Mullen now laid the flat of her hand on the doctor's chest. "He's passed everything he had on to his son. Good night to you now." She turned abruptly away and made for the door. The doctor did not call after her, "Oh, I've heard your blarney before, Annie." He accepted her good opinion of him quietly, saying, "Good night to you, Annie." Then, passing his hand over his chin, he resumed his seat and pressed a button, and the door opened again, and a man entered. The doctor did not raise his eyes to the newcomer, but consulted the card on his desk. Harold Gray, 34 years old. His eyes skimmed down the dates during which he'd been treating the man over the last 12 months. 3 weeks, 5 weeks, now 4 weeks. He looked up. "Well, how are you?" "Oh, you know, doctor, not too bright." "Back better since you started taking those new tablets?" Well, a bit, doctor, but that's good. I thought they would do the trick. But it's like this, doctor. Well, now, I suppose you're ready to go back to work. But, doctor, I gave you an extension last week that should have put you on your feet. The doctor pulled a form towards him and began once again to write rapidly. And when he handed the certificate across the table to the man, Mr. Gray, wearing a resigned and solemn expression, got up from the chair and, looking down at the doctor, said, "It'll only go again." "You'll have to chance that. But try to remember that the last time it went you had an X-ray, and it showed nothing wrong with your back, and the time before that when it went you had an X-ray and nothing wrong could be found." He paused before ending, "with your back. Good night." "Good night, doctor." The salutation sounded like a threat, and Mr. Gray closed the door, none too gently, after him. The doctor now gathered a number of cards from his desk, patted them together, and sat looking at them. They represented people, all sorts of people, among them old Annie, with cancer eating her stomach, and he was treating her for bronchitis, and she wanting to work until she dropped, which would be the best way for her to end, and they both knew it. Then there was Gray. He wanted to spit. On the thought of this man, he wanted to spit. He went out of the surgery, across a wide, low waiting room, pushed open a door marked Inquiries, and, throwing the cards onto a table at which sat a middle-aged woman, said, "Anything else in?" "No, nothing, not since Mrs. Ratcliffe's call." "I've a damned good mind to make her wait until the morning. Neurotic individual." "We mustn't forget that the neurotic individuals pay on the dot, doctor. And as you've said yourself, PPs are so few and far between these days, we should pamper the ones we've got." A quizzical smile passed over the doctor's face, and leaning his hands on the table, he bent towards his receptionist, saying, "Your caustic memory'll get you somewhere one of these days, Elsie. It's odd how you manage to remember all the wrong things, I say." "I wouldn't call them wrong, doctor." Her smile was as quizzical as his own. "Anyway, if I can't remember all you say now, after 15 years, I never will." 15 years, is it? He straightened up and looked away from her back into the hall, with its big round table, patterned with a crisscross of magazines. 15 years you've been here. It makes you think, doesn't it? Well, I wouldn't start and reminisce now if I were you. You haven't had anything to eat since 1 o'clock, so you'd better have something before you go to Mrs. Ratcliffe. Then there's Mrs. Ogilby. She's near her time. She might last till tomorrow, then again, she might not. The doctor, still looking across the waiting room, said submissively, "As you say, Elsie, as you say." Then, over his shoulder, he added, on a sharper note, "Leave that lot for tonight and get yourself home. If you ordered your own life as you do mine, you wouldn't be so skinny." Elsie Ryan looked up at him and smiled her tight smile. "Good night," she said. "Good night, Elsie." He walked across the waiting room again.